Hello, my name is Lucas. This is a bit of lit, and I have another book haul. I will have another one in a couple days because I am on a mission to dominate the competition, which basically I am. Everybody else except one guy is just dust in the wind. Uh, there's a guy who's leading me by 500, 600,000 words. I put a huge dent in that today, largely by taking quizzes for books that I'd already read the past couple weeks, or the past week. I can't remember the last day I took quizzes, but yeah, I caught up on some quizzes. Some of them were tough because my memory is a bit faulty, and some of them were really tough because they were. Uh, Things don't really cement in my head when I read a book until like a day after, a day later, or even days later, a week later or so. Um, because that's like, then I'll keep thinking about the book and I'll like, oh yeah, this happened, this happened. What do I think of that? Yeah, so some of those quizzes, I passed them all. Some of them a little bit brutal, but I'm catching up, especially today. Oh my God. The quizzes for the books that I had read before today, yeah, I caught up on those and I was still way behind. But the books that I read today, just huge number on gaining. The person in third, let's just say it this way, I'm second. There's a guy in first who kind of cheated and he had 1,000,000 words on day one, but I don't think he knew the rules, so that's okay. I will forgive him for his transgressions against humanity. But third place has 300,000 words, 320,000 words. Fourth place has 192,000. And I'm currently just below 2 million words read. And let's not forget, I read The Three Body Problem, Death's End, or The Dark Forest, and Death's End. And I also read Axiom's End. All four books don't have quizzes. That's about 600,000 words, which would put me in the lead. Because the guy in the lead has 2.5 million. You didn't need to know any of this because it's not really relevant, but I thought you should all know that I am making my way to victory. And I'm going to read the last two HP books tomorrow, and I'm going to finish this book because this is sort of a book haul from work. Neil Gaiman's The Graveyard Book. I read Coraline last month. I read Odd and the Frost Giants earlier, like last week. That was a pretty easy quiz. I think I got one question wrong because I forgot. But yeah, this is about I don't know, a boy in a graveyard. I actually have no idea, but it won an award. It's Neil Gaiman. He's okay. He's growing on me, but not too much. I'm not a huge fan of this fairy tale aspect to it. I like Coraline just fine. It is still very much a fairy tale, but it's a little dark. But the Graveyard Book. I figured that might be dark. Yeah, cool, cool. And because I read Dragon Rider by Cornelia Funk, which was excellent. This, by the way, is like, how many words is it? I don't know. 80,000, 100,000, something like that. 70,000 at the least. I see a lot of pages with like, pictures, so that might really eat into, yeah, that might really eat into how many words are in the book. Doesn't really matter. I'm still gonna win. I've gone crazy. I've given up my weekends and given up everything so that I can win. I am very competitive. Okay. Anyway, I read Dragon Rider by Cornelia Funk, and we also had Inkheart. I don't know if we, at least not at the place that, the one that I work at, we don't have any other ones, but we have Inkheart. This is part of a trilogy by Cornelia Funk. Don't really know what it's about. It says on the back. Haven't read it. Don't care. I liked Dragon Rider. I'm gonna read this. Okay, cool, cool. I imagine. Let's see. Dragon Rider was what? How many words was it? 140? 150? I don't know. I imagine it's somewhere similar. Maybe even more, because this book is longer, has more pages, by like 30 more pages. So who knows? Could be what gets me over the edge. I'm a little bit worried. You know, I don't know what he's been reading. If he's like, okay, I'm confident, I'm not going to read anymore because I'm in the lead by a lot, because I was at like 1.2 million words before taking all my quizzes. Now I'm at 1.997 or something like that, because I don't want to lose. Anyway, we've also got, this is a book I bought, not from work. We've also got Virginia Woolf, A Room of One's Own, and Three Guineas. I've never heard of Three Guineas, but of course, A Room of One's Own. Excellent essay. It's got a Penguin Classic, of course, and it's got a cool introduction. I forget, who was it by again? Oh, I forgot. Well, I will talk about this when I get to it. The art, the cover photograph is by Giselle Freund. So that's cool. Who wrote this introduction? Oh my gosh. I should know this. I should know this. I'm not sure. Who is this? Who knows? Oh, Michelle Barrett. So that's that. I will not be reading this month. It's just not enough words, and I want to, you know, I've been reading middle grade so that I can read quickly and pick up all the stuff easily. I want to digest this slowly. Next month I will be relaxing. I will not be hell-bent on victory. I will not really try to compete, you know, because I feel like after I win this one, despite the monumental lead that my coworker had by accident because he didn't know the rules, I will have proven myself as the most dominant reader, yeah. Despite the fact that I'm reading middle grade, you know. Next month I won't be reading much, if any, middle grade. I will be reading all classics. Those are all in the thing, and some science fiction, you know. I'll get some Ender's Game in there, which again, don't read that for authorial reasons. But I want to return to it. Won't be making a video about that. Just, I don't know what I'm talking about. I've gone mad. Today, I made salsa. That was really good. You know, I am human, okay? I do have feelings other than, you know, self-importance. But I made salsa. Pretty good. A little pink, but that's okay. First time. Pretty happy. And that's all I've got to say. I'm still holding this Virginia Woolf by my head because it's going to be great. I love A Room of One's Own. You should read it if you haven't. I'm sure you can find it on Project Gutenberg or somewhere. And that's all I've got to say. I'm sure in 2 days I will have more books to show that I'm going to read by the end of Friday night, I believe, or Thursday night. I don't remember when the end of the month is. I know it's the 31st. I can't remember. Let's see. It's 28th, 29th, 30th. Yeah, Friday, probably. Yes, no, I don't know. Okay, thank you, bye. I'm going to win this competition, and you will all hear about it. Okay, cool, cool.